Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 5th to the 11th. This is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Y'all, this is a really big week. First of all, happy birthday, Aquarius. I hope you're having a really great birthday season. I know there's a lot happening for you. And I know I drop these readings on Wednesdays the week before. So if you're watching this ahead of the weekend of February 2nd to the 4th, I'm just going to mention something real quick because I think that you're actually going to really love it. On the second, Mercury sextiling Neptune. This is really nice. Neptune is in Pisces. There's, a lot of like spiritual energy around that, a lot of like meditative energy too. And intuition. You could feel your intuition very heightened, but also like compassion. And, Mercury is the planet of communication. So there could be like a sense of like healing with words. Like maybe, people are comforting you in some way or you're doing the same thing, but it's just a really, really nice day. And then on the 4th, Mercury moves into your sign. And so I did talk about this in your monthly forecast. It's very, very, Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, by the way. Mercury does really well. The planet of communication does really well in Aquarius. So very forward thinking, having like these really deep, intelligent conversations and really enjoying them. You may have a lot of them for the next few weeks. And, as an Aquarius, you appreciate them anyway. You really love them. So I really, really love this for you. And it is like also a time like where you maybe even thinking outside the box in terms of like, some ideas that you have for your future as well. Now, on Monday, Mercury will conjunct Pluto. This is the very first conjunction we have this month. They're both in your sign. Mercury and Pluto is in your sign. So you will definitely feel this. It's a very powerful aspect. It's really intense. Now, remember, Mercury is a planet of communication and logic and thinking. So you could go really, really deep at this point. Remember, Pluto brings this level of depth. Okay. So this is a day where it's just, wow. I would take advantage of it. All right. There could be some really powerful moments and big shifts happening in your life right now. This is if you need to have an important conversation, if you need to sign a contract. I mean, there's just so much power around this day. All right. It's also, remember I said Pluto has this level of depth. So deep that it could, you could unroot some like, truths that you're facing now, or, even secrets and hidden things or and whatnot that come to light around this time. But in any case, this is all about your future. Mercury this is only happening this year. Okay. Take advantage of this. Now, on the 7th, I absolutely love this. I 1000% love this aspect. Venus trining Uranus. So one of the best days of the week. This is really great. And I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why. One, this is just a wonderful aspect. Okay. Uranus is all about breakthroughs, innovation, surprises, the unexpected. Uranus is your ruling planet. Now, Venus is all about love, money, beauty. And so when these planets get together, really nice, you could have some really unexpected, wonderful moments when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships and whatnot. So think matters of the heart. Creativity too is a really big thing. Okay. You could have creative breakthroughs around this time. Venus does represent creativity. And of course, things that have to do with home. Uranus is in Taurus in your 4th house of home. So domestic life, your, significant other, home, family, children, even like real estate, your actual home, things that have to do with home. So keep this in mind. This is a wonderful day. The second reason why is because Mars will sextile Neptune on this day. And that is one reason why I talked about Mercury sextiling Neptune over the weekend, because now you got both, right? So you're going to feel that spiritual energy. It's almost like there's this fantasy that you have, but bringing it like reality to it. All right. Around this time, remember, Mars is all about drive, and there is going to be a lot going on up here. Your imagination is going to go wild because Mars is still in Capricorn in your 12th house. Okay. So a lot of intuition exists there. And then remember what I said, Neptune and Pisces, intuition is like a big thing with that. And just this spiritual energy, you could be driven really into like the arts and pay attention to your dreams too, but you could be driven by by a higher purpose now. Okay, especially with all these planets and all this activity, and with us being in Aquarius season in your first house, like I said. So a lot of spiritual energy. I mean, this is we didn't even have Mars exile Neptune last year. Take advantage of this day. This is a wonderful day. This is like soulmate energy, looking into someone's eyes, seeing deep down into their soul. Now, on the 8th, the sun squares Uranus. Now, this is when, in your February forecast, I said things you may feel like pressure around something, or you may feel something start building, like a challenging, like a challenge, like something building where you have to like break. It's like a wall that you have to break through. And you will start feeling it a little bit more next week when Mercury squares Uranus too. Now, here's the thing. Uranus is your ruling planet, okay? But Uranus, like I said earlier, is in your 4th house. And so there could be something around home matters. Now, I personally, as an Aquarius, if you are new to my channel, I am an Aquarius, personally can attest to this. Every time Uranus squares something, there is always something I can expect, unexpected call from my landlord. I can expect something in my apartment, like Wi-Fi going out, electricity going out, just something, like maybe a friend calling about something with their family. It's just something, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like it could be like sludgy. All right. So just and a little bit challenging. So just recognize that if it happens, and always vibrate at a high frequency. You always want to, be on top of these things. Now, the reason why you might feel it a little bit more than other signs is because the next day on Friday, we have a new moon in Aquarius. All right. So very, very nice. I love the fact we have a new moon in our sign. New moons bring new beginnings and new cycles. And this is definitely going to happen. However, remember I said that the sun will be squaring Uranus, Uranus being, the ruling planet for Aquarius. So again, there could be something new that that around home that may be a little bit surprising. And then you just pivot with it, or just, recognize it and see what may arise from it. But it is going to be, so the new moon is in your sign on Friday. Yes, that's great. Remember I said the day before sun squaring Uranus, but then the day after Mercury will square Jupiter. And so now it's like, okay, this is another one. This is more about up here, right? Mercury being the planet of communication, thinking, logic, being in your sign. Okay, so I feel like the new moon is going to make you see things in a new way. You might have a lot of different ideas. You might want to think about, be thinking of different directions, being pulled in a lot of directions as well. This is a day just to stay a little bit focused, and it will serve you a lot better if you do that. All right. So with that said, Aquarius, there's so much happening for y'all. Oh my goodness. I mean, that Venus trine Uranus on the same day Mars sextiling Neptune. I mean, there's a lot happening, but this is just feel propelled, okay? Do things that will propel you forward, all right? You are in the spotlight now, Aquarius, okay? So with that said, let's get started. Again, this is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising. And if you do want to read for your moon and your Venus, if you know those placements, if you know your birth chart, we do have a new moon in your signs, and Venus is very active this week. So very, very up to you. So with that said, let's get started, Aquarius. See what's going on for you for February 5th to the 11th. Now, Aquarius. Like I didn't say earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really does give the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, and I might. It's your birthday. We'll see. The other thing I was going to say, and I've been saying it in a lot of other readings. Oh, you're good. I've been saying it in other readings. Everyone has, every Aquarius has a rising sign, different rising sign. Everyone has a different birth chart. So anything that happens, like, you will feel it like on a scale. Like, some Aquarians might feel it like a 1 out of 10. Some may feel it like a 5 out of 10. It really depends on a lot of other factors, but just in general, right? It's the energy you put out there. It's, astrology and tarot are tools for divination, but it's the action you take. It's the energy that you have vibrating at a certain frequency. But, your rising and your birth chart, it makes you different. That's why, every Aquarius isn't the same person in this world, right? So anyway, let's get started. You're good. You're good. Yeah, there is definitely going to be some attention pulled toward possibly relationships, but we'll get to that. But wow, look at this. You have the King of Swords. I feel like the King of Swords is like your BFF at this point. Comes up in so many of your spreads, and the King of Swords is Aquarius. King is air. Swords. Sorry, kings are fixed, swords are air, and you are the fixed air sign. But anyway, King of Swords, this is just someone who has a lot of power, authority, especially with logic and thinking, and even just like strategy and whatnot. But this is the king that has faced all his truths. All right, so this is really nice. It feels like there is this like movement, all right, in terms of you and yourself and the way that you see things, and even people seeing you becoming a little bit more powerful, right? Especially with Pluto moving into your sign. All right. So you have a lot of like, what is the word? Heft? No, that's not the right word. You have a lot of pull. You have a lot of pull. You are compelling, but he is the only king that looks directly at you. I mean, talk about like facing your truths. And it does seem like there is like moments of you ready. You're just ready. You're ready. There is this energy of like, can't sit still. It's so much happening, moving forward. I got to get this. I want this. I want this. And so this is really great because, hey, right in the heart of your spread, you got the Judgment. Okay. So very, very interesting. Judgment is attributed to Pluto. All right. And so we know Pluto moved into your sign. You're going to feel more. Pluto moved into your sign last month, but you're going to start feeling a lot. We're building up to that. Right. And so, you definitely will with the bundle of planets in your sign this month. This is great. This is you having this moment of like, when you turn on HBO and there's that angelic like that moment. Okay, this is having like a spiritual like awakening. All right, this is you like, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I go for. I'm now seeking this, meaningful life experience and meaningful life purpose. Remember, I said even with Mars sextiling Neptune, it's like there is that sense of, really, really like knowing and seeking that like higher purpose, and it's in the heart of your spread. This is really great. You have an archangel too, Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. I've said this in past readings, like this is the only card in tarot that has a really strong connotation to sound. And the reason why is because sound is vibration, sound is healing. Okay. And so this is really, really, really nice. This is really good. You can see the blowing of the trumpet is awakening the dead. The dead are gray, and gray in tarot is wisdom. All right. And now they're awake. And now it's like, even if you've been on, I don't feel the energy, but like if you have been, let's say like on autopilot, like for months or weeks or whatnot, it's like, now I'm awake. Now I've heard the blow of the trumpet. Now I'm ready to get going, and I'm ready. This is my rebirth moment. This is really great. And I get a lot of spiritual energy with this card as well. Now, Knight of Cups. Very interesting. I really there, like what I said earlier about like there could be something about relationships. Keep an eye on that, just because there could be something around relationships, that partnerships or relationship, especially with love and romance. I'm getting a big feeling of like questioning a lot of it, or thinking about a lot of it, and it can be career related as well. All right, but just keep that in mind. Like it's okay to like think about these things and think about moving forward and what you want for you for the future. But really, it's more about thinking about it, coming to a place where you're comfortable with it, taking action when you feel comfortable, when you feel like intuitively it's the right thing. Just always staying true to your authentic self. Now, the other thing is like there is a sense of like really tapping into like your super conscious this week. Okay, really feeling emotionally fulfilled and not being on autopilot, if let's say that. The Knight of Cups is, very interesting here, but it really is, again, this is all about you. There's so many planets in your sign. Remember, it's all about you, your identity. What do you want? What is the role that you play? How do you want to be seen? All of that, all of that. The Knight of Cups is, is Pisces, by the way, and Saturn is in Pisces. And then Neptune, like I said, is very active this week, also in Pisces. All right. Remember, that's your second house. And so that is all about self-worth, self-value, confidence, and things like that. So remember, just be active with that, and don't be on autopilot. And not that any of y'all would, because A, y'all are Aquarians, and B, it is your season, and there's a lot of stuff happening in Aquarius. But you even see the fish all over his armor. But again, there also could be I would, again, I think I mentioned like thinking outside the box there. That's another message coming through. Like, really think about what is going to fulfill you emotionally, what is going to fill your cup, right? And you can even see, like, I'm going to point out the wings of imagination, let's call them, like on his helmet and on his shoes. So again, a lot of creative energy that's going around this week. And so really tap into that. And, I feel like it's never a problem for Aquarians to think outside the box, but maybe think outside the, dodecahedron. Who says that? Oh my goodness. Now, you did get the Six of Swords. Really great. Really great. Okay. This is absolutely amazing. It's in your crown. So you're in, the timing's perfect. Timing's perfect as we move out of Capricorn season, where there was so much happening in Capricorn season up here. So you're in your head a lot. There's a lot going on. You were very busy too. This is all about moving forward. Okay. And this card is attributed to Mercury in Aquarius. As you know, Mercury is moving into Aquarius this week for the next few weeks. So I absolutely love this for you. It's almost like you are in a place where you recognize some challenges and maybe even obstacles, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to squash this, and I don't need this, and I'm moving forward. But even still, like, I mean, some of it may, if there are any challenges that you have been going through, remember, recognize them and use them to empower yourself, okay? Don't use them to, like, if you are going to bring some of these swords with you, right, to the promised land, make sure that you're actually using them to learn, so you don't make, any mistakes or the same mistakes, or, if it's always like when you learn about, like, the challenges that you go through, you never really have to go through them again because you're prepared and you know how to take them on. Now, you did get the 10 of Cups. Hi, hello, and the root of your spread, really, really nice. This is total, like, enjoyment. This is happy everything, okay? And speaking of, like, being a very spiritual week, I mean, there's a lot of enlightenment here in this card as well. And so this is very interesting. Remember, we have Uranus that's very active, and so is Jupiter, right? So Jupiter having gone direct, Uranus having gone direct recently. So it's all in your fourth house of family and home. And there's a huge connotation to that here. You see the happy couple, the happy children, the happy family. You see the rainbow indicating a promising future. There is this, sense of, like, joy that you will feel, all right, this week that may even fuel you into, like, what is next for me in this capacity, especially when it comes to home. But again, these are cups, so just what's emotionally fulfilling you, okay? There still could be something with money involved as well, even though you didn't get any pentacles. That could be something that you are thinking about, only because Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, and we are moving into Pisces season, and that is your second house of, income, finances, but it still is what brings you that comfort, stability, that self-worth and value. What is the value that you bring to things, even material possessions too? But this is really great. This is absolutely amazing. A lot of emotional contentment. Now, Knight of Swords in your future. Hello, that's amazing. 3 swords here. So it is going to be like a very mentally active week for you. Knight of Swords is truly nice. It's almost like you may be getting getting like a preview too for what's to come for the rest of the year. You know, I say that because the Knight of Swords is like, this is bold, this is courageous, this is like, you can even see fire under their feet. Like, really, like when I say you're going to be thinking about your future, going after the things that you want, nothing can stop you now. Very transformative energy with the Knight of Swords, okay? But especially in a mental capacity as well. Logic, thinking, and even communicating is going to be a big thing this week with all these Mercury aspects, and even Mercury being in your sign. So take advantage of that. But the Knight of Swords, the reason I bring up, like, you know, what happens like later this year, Knight of Swords is Gemini, all right? And so this Gemini rules your fifth house. And so that's it's really interesting because you may be thinking about that throughout February. What does bring me pleasure? What in even like home related matters may be a big thing. Moving is going to be a big thing for y'all. Jupiter does move into Gemini in May, and so that's going to be amazing, Aquarius. That's your fifth house of pleasure, of love, of romance, of family, children, procreation, self-expression, creativity. There's a lot going on there. But this, you're good. You're great. This is it's like you're awakened this week. You have it's like you're continuing your rebirth. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, you're amazing. Thanks. If you like this reading too, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on. I know that it's a big month. It's a big month. I'm sure you're feeling a lot of energy, a lot happening for y'all. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Oh yeah, you're good. You're really good. It's almost like the things that you wanted, you're getting. It's just look at this. I mean, come on. Get the Three of Pentacles here. All right. So really love this. All right. So there is a sense of like, you know, I think that I explained like, you know, Aquarians, and you would know this, you're Aquarius, like, you know, the humanitarian and, you know, representing humanity, and Pluto moving into Aquarius. There's this big movement with that. But even like on a personal level for you, it seems like there is like something new brewing in your life, something with other people involved too. So I really love that for you. In fact, with the Three of Pentacles, there is a sense of like bonding at the core of this card, but it is all about teamwork. It's working with other people for success. Okay. And so again, there could be something that you're moving toward that could be like a new company, new job, new, you know, a passion project. It doesn't even matter, you know, if you're retired, something like maybe with your neighbors, y'all are going to build a tree house, or maybe even something bigger than that, like a yoga sanctuary. There is a sense of like moving into a place where there's other people involved, okay, for success. And so I would even recommend it. All right. I think that is, it would be like a really big thing for you and really nice for you, especially this week, all right, with all this, all the energy that's happening with you. Now, you got the Three of Wands too in your external factors area. So again, there is a sense of something new. You have this refresh button, reset button, pressing. You're spiritually aware. You've come into your own. You're having this major rebirth. You're ready to get going. And now you have the Three of Wands in your external factors area, which is absolutely amazing because this is all about self-discovery. Okay, but it's also about like going out there, seeing what's out in there in the world, having that curiosity, really forming relationships, really, you know, with the Three of Pentacles here and the Three of Wands. Three is all about growth, it's advancement, it's development to maturation, but three is also like creation. It's a birth of new things. And so there's definitely something new that you are exploring. Let's keep it that way. And I wouldn't be surprised if some new things have happened in your life already. I mean, you have so much ahead of you. I mean, I'm going to share something else. You know, the Three of Wands, I love this card. It's so nice. And it's you see, it's all sky, right? So what is that saying? The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit here. But there is a sense of, again, just like moving in this direction, exploring new territory, exploring new relationships, even if you're in a relationship, exploring the next phase and things like that. And again, it can be career as well, but there is just so much focus on you and your identity and where you know, how you want things to fit in your life. Now, Temperance, hello, amazing, absolutely amazing here. And I say that because I don't want to get, I know a lot of y'all may have not seen your February forecast, but if you did, you know that temperance was a big thing, okay, in your February forecast, and now showing up in your stuff. And I absolutely love this. So again, there is a sense of like, it's a lot happening for you, a lot of big shifts, okay? It can be in your physical world, it can be spiritually, it can be even like on an emotional level, or you know, just you just going through this rebirth, like this new thing. Even like coming to this awareness of like, yeah, I know what I want, and I know the direction I want to start planning things. But temperance is again just that balance. It's that, you know, there's so much calmness with the temperance, and it's just knowing that things are going to work out for you, and having faith in yourself, and having faith in the universe, and having faith in every, I mean, you have an archangel here, you have two archangels here, come on. You're good here, okay? So this is just basically saying that there is a sense of you that where you are things, you want to get into a place where you now want to feel that, yeah, I'm taken care of. I'm good. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to I'm not going to let this frustrate me. I'm going to enjoy the moment, and even, you know, play with things, play around with things. When I talk about balance, yeah, in your physical world as well as like internally, like mind, body, spirit, right? But play around with the, you know, I say that because temperance was, you know, formerly like the, you know, the alchemist, right? And so you can even see the archangel here pouring between the two cups. So there is this, you know, if you take temperance, break the word down, go back to its Latin roots, to its etymological root. Temperare actually meant to mix. Okay, so play around with things and have that sense of like, okay, I'm gonna see if, you know, if I, let's say like, you know, ask yourself, am I spending like, you know, too much time at work, need to spend more time like with my creative hobbies, my projects, the things that I want to do? Am I spending too much time going out with my friends when I need to like binge watch, you know, Survivor, whatever it is, whatever you do? But just think about that balance in your life and play around with things, and don't be afraid to do that, to like, you know, like set these new sails for yourself. Anyway, I'm rambling because you got the Ace of Cups, and this is amazing, and I'm so happy for you. This is, you're good. You're absolutely good. Ace of Cups. This is the card. You know, I always say it. Think about the last time something brought you so much joy, brought you to tears. Okay, can be, you know, whether you were proposed to, or maybe you got your dream job, something like that. It seems like it's going to happen again. There's something new. Remember, there's a sense of new, and then now. Ace, usher in that new change, the new beginnings. Okay, there is a new moon in your sign this week. This is emotion, like this. You see the chalice here, like overflowing, right? Overflowing. This is like your emotions, everything like abundant, but in this nirvanic way. There is this sense of something new brewing that is going to emotionally fulfill you. All right, so I want you to identify, like really think about like where you want to put that energy. Remember, with the Knight of Cups there too in your challenge area. So this is again really amazing. This is showing there is something new that is happening in your life where it may bring you to tears. So it could be a proposal, it could be meeting your soulmate, it could be taking your relationship to the next level, it could be getting, you know, a dream job that you've wanted. There's so many possibilities. Remember, sky's the limit here. Ace of Cups and your final outcome. This is nirvanic. This is rapturous, okay? Intense joy and pleasure. You good. Aquarius. So you know, you don't even need clarifiers, actually. This is like, you're good. You're good. Just, you know, take some time again. And I feel like I don't even have to say it, but I feel like a lot of y'all are going through that process of like, realizing who you are and who you want to be and the mark that you want to leave, and you know the relationships in your life. Yeah, a lot of that's going through with y'all, but come on, you got Judgment in the heart of your spread, Knight of Swords in your future. You got the Ten of Cups here. You got the Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles. You got Temperance. You got Ace of Cups in your final outcome. You got your BFF, the King of Swords here. I mean, you're good. You're good. You're good. This is one of your best weekly readings for sure. And I'm very happy for you, especially because it is the week of the new moon in Aquarius. So really, really nice. Something new is happening for sure. Again, all this new energy, something that's going to fulfill you emotionally. So with that said, Aquarius, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and happy birthday, Aquarius. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Team Aquarius. Who else, right? Who else? So next week is a big week. Oh my gosh. Next week is when Mars goes into your sign. We have Venus going into your sign. What else do we got here? We have, oh my goodness, we have Venus conjuncting Pluto in your sign. We got Mars conjuncting Pluto in your sign. Next week is big. Anyway, I'll see you, Aquarius. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.